profitable, beneficial. Go down to verse 11, I'll just read it. We're not going to expound on it tonight, but it says, which in time past was to thee unprofitable, but now profitable to thee and me. Well, that's just a great big old coincidence, huh? Okay. Now, whether Onesimus was from himself, from Colossae, or some other part of Europe isn't stated. How or why he ended up as a bondservant, a slave, owned by Philemon, is not stated either. The point for Paul is he ran away from his old friend Philemon, a lost man. And now he's been born again. Whom I have begotten in my bonds. The circumstances of how Onesimus and Paul met one another isn't stated. I mean, Paul's in prison. So I don't know, did Onesimus get arrested for something? You know, is he in the Hooskow there? Paul's got a little bit of freedom here and there. How's he run it? Don't know. That was God's purpose and plan. Paul knew that he was in the right place at the right time. He was exactly where the Lord needed him to be in order to be used by him to intercept this fellow by the name of Onesimus and lead him to Jesus Christ for salvation. Now, he knew all about the Lord. I mean, the guy that owns him is a Christian who's got a church in his house, but he wasn't saved. He knew it was no accident, and he knew it was no coincidence that it's Philemon's servant that ended up there with him. All of this was masterfully orchestrated by the Lord. Paul in Rome at the right time and the right place to meet and to witness to Onesimus. Onesimus, I work for this fella Philemon. Yeah, I know him. I led him to Christ. Let me tell you. Yeah, I mean, Onesimus running away when he did, and going, to go from Colossae to Rome is, that's a big deal. That's a long way to run away. All right. In Rome, and he encounters, of all people, Paul. And now Paul, we haven't got to that point yet here, but Paul sends this letter with Onesimus back to Colossae, back to Philemon, so that he has the opportunity, Philemon has the opportunity to grow just that much more in his Christianity. Not to mention the fact Paul didn't know that we were going to get to read this epistle and so be edified. Paul had no idea when he wrote all the stuff he wrote that this was going to end up as part of the canon of the New Testament Bible. He didn't know any of that. The Lord is a very meticulous and far-sighted planner of things. All right, we're going to stop there for tonight. We'll pick that up, Lord willing, next Wednesday night. Anybody got any questions for me out of this evening's lesson? Any comments to make? All right, we'll go ahead and stop there. Father,